Alright, this is Mike from GetYourRockOut. I'm here with Evile in the press room. There's a lot of interviews going on over here, there's an interview going on over there. How are you guys doing? How's the tour going?
Good, thanks. Yeah, it's been great.
We've only done one night in Glasgow and it was pretty cool.
It was busy and it was good and thrashy, so yeah.
Standard. Right, well, as the band that has been cited as carrying the whole revival of thrash metal on your shoulders, what do you feel about the resurgence of the genre, particularly the big four shows that we've seen?
I think that quote is great. It's an honour to be thought of like that, but I think thrash didn't go
never
away.
went away,
It
really,
didn't
so
need
for us,
resurging.
kind of resurging something that never, resurged.
The big four, I think it's great to see them, Metallica, doing the thrashy stuff again. But I don't know, I think thrash, it just started to be taken seriously again, out of nowhere. I remember when we started and we were playing thrash, no one would come and everyone would be like, why are you playing thrash? It died in the 80s. We were like, we like it. And then a few years later I was like, yeah, thrash, Megadeth, thrash. It's like, oh, okay, you like it now again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think a lot of people thought it was going to be another fad to come and go, like new metal kind of was. And it stuck around for a hell of a lot longer, so, you know, fair play to it, you know. All the bands that are bringing it back, whatever.
I was going to say, as the new generation of thrash bands, of which you are essentially the leaders, what does the new generation have to do to keep thrash metal going, to keep it out there as you think?
That's a really good question. I don't really know. I think all the bands that are doing it for the right reasons. I.e., they love playing that kind of music. That's why it came back.
I think if it's genuine and you aren't just like jumping on a bandwagon, just trying to play thrash or ripping someone off. If it's just if you genuinely love it, I think they'll just do fine. Like, since we started, it was just because we love the music. It wasn't like we need to do this. That was it.
It's really weird that because there's so many of the old bands still doing it and doing it so well. Like you think like bands like Overkill and Exodus, they sound better than they've ever sounded. And it's intimidating for young bands coming through that are into thrash because they're still doing it and doing it amazingly.
I remember seeing that interview with Bobby Blitz, and he was like, something like about us, he was like, oh, them Evile guys are great, but you know, we're going to show them how it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
brilliant, show us.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, it's weird. It's nice to be thought of in that respect, but at the same time, we've still got a hell of a lot to do to catch up those guys and get anywhere near the kind of accolades they've had.
Alright, now it's 3 years ago this month that your great bass player, Mike Alexander, passed away. First of all, how is the band doing? And secondly, I was wondering if you could tell us about the overwhelming support that you received, not just from the fans, but from the metal community as well. Big names in the metal community reaching out to you guys.
We're doing good. Obviously got Joel, and I don't think we could have found a better person to replace Mike, because you know, he's just like us. He's from the same area, same sense of humour, same better music tastes than us. It's just made it a lot easier than it could have been.
It should have been the thing that stopped us really, but if anything, Joel in the band helped us move forward. He's a great guy and we love having him on the road with us. In terms of support from other bands, it was ridiculous really how many bands actually found out about it and felt what we were feeling. Bands like Slayer, Megadeth, Metallica, Iron Maiden, so many bands, Exodus, even down to small bands who shouldn't really have done anything. Everyone tried to rally around and help us and keep us going and all that kind of stuff. It was really nice to see that kind of camaraderie in the music industry, because I don't think you get that in any other genre of music. You only get it in metal. So yeah, it was great really.
I think one of the first people I spoke to outside of the band, I think it was the day after, was Schmier from Destruction.
Yeah.
He just called to say like, shit, what happened? And it's just that rallying round of metal is just, it was just like, wow.
There's more interviews going on behind us. Now, In Memoriam is as good a ballad as I've ever heard, and the video is very interesting. It's very down to earth in its representation of loss and grief. Tell us about the composition of that song and the making of that video, the idea behind that.
I think we kind of just wanted to show loss without being too obvious and graphic, I think. It was really hard to find. We went through so many treatments of what could happen in the videos, and none of them were it. We were like, read through them and we're like, no, sorry, it's not it. And that was the only one that really felt right to do.
Yeah, it was. You could have done it in so many different ways to represent what we were going through, but every one of those permutations of what we were thinking could have gone across as being really cheesy and over the top, and we wanted something a bit less obvious, but also something that told the story. So in doing the video we did, I think we got the balance just right, as we did with the song. The song could have easily stepped over into the boundaries of being too cheesy and too melodramatic and completely missed the point, and we didn't want to do that. We wanted to make a conscious effort to step away from that and strip it back, really. So I think it works.
That's good. There's shades of Testament in there, Return to Serenity.
So, definitely. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a Skolnick's influence, I think, yeah.
Alright, what can we expect from the show tonight? What are you going to bring to Manchester?
We're actually doing some tracks that we've not played for a few years off the first album, and also some songs that we wouldn't necessarily have done off the new album. So it's going to be a little bit of a mixed bag of everything, really.
Origin of Oblivion, which is, I think, our hardest song to play.
Yep.
Trying to do that. And Centurion as well, the one we wrote for Bloodstock. Just going to try and change it up a bit because we play Manchester quite a bit, so we just wanted to bring something different on this tour. So we're hitting the kind of same places again, so we thought we'd change it up.
Try and keep it fresh, for us and also for the fans.
Cool.
Yep.
Alright, and what does the immediate future hold? Any festival appearances coming up? Is there a new album in the pipeline?
Yeah, we're doing an album in February, 4th album for Earache. Hoping to get that out, with Russ Russell down in Kettering again. We're hoping to get that out in time for the summer festival season, so a pretty quick turnaround on production, all that kind of stuff. As far as this year goes, we're going to get this tour out of the way. We've got a charity show on the 24th of November for the Circus Lancaster, and then that's it pretty much till the new year. We might have a quick show around Christmas at some time, I don't know, see what we can come up with. But yeah, we're going to concentrate on the writing aspect, I think. Get in the studio in February and hopefully make a really good album. Hopefully, god damn it!
And finally, are we ever going to see Evile share a stage with Slayer?
I hope
we would love to, absolutely love to. But we know Slayer are quite individual in what they do, and their fans have the same kind of attitude. So I'm not sure whether
I don't want to die.
I'm not sure Slayer's fans would appreciate what we do.
That's interesting. So you guys are actually intimidated by Slayer's fans more than anything?
Not intimidated by the fans, because I bet we share a lot of the same fans.
Yeah.
But on stage, when all they want to see is Slayer,
it's like,
they don't want to sit through our crap. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think there's quite a few who'd like to see that show.
I think we'd have to put some of the faster songs in.
We don't know.
We don't know. We'd love the opportunity.
Hint.
But until that day, we don't know. I'd love to do it personally, but we'll see what happens further down the line, I guess.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Cheers, dude.